Sylveon. There's Sylveon's.
Sylveon
Strangled the puppies. Month of Sylveon begins tomorrow. Yell at their Sylveons.
Cotton candy!
Dynamax Sylveon and pick Sylveon in the act of theft. Ow! Son of a... Your Sylveon chokes puppies, just like it'll choke you. Sylveon's a dragon killer, right? Don't actually think that Sylveon... While this one is shown to be worshipped by other Pokemon, King Kong style. We really didn't need to go back to the 90s computer graphics for this. And I know you're saying it's a dark Sylveon, but all it's doing is glaring at me over its shoulder. Far from the most horrifying Sylveon we've seen. This one seems harmless at first until you realize that this girl is about to fall off. And this one's about to take a bite out of her hair. The only gripe I have with Hidden Fates cards is none of them had backgrounds. Again, we don't need 90s graphics. Copy and paste. Sylveon has too many ribbons in this one, and I'm gonna catch some heat for this, but Sylveon and Gardevoir do not make a good pair. Granted, tag teams were trying to do something different, and I appreciate that, but we'd already seen Eevee in Sylveon, and that's actually the only card I like. They're so different in so many ways. I think it's a great dichotomy. At least that's what a lot of people say. Turns out it's not completely true. Mega Salamence in particular is fast, hit like a truck, and had really small arms. Could outspeed Sylveon while delivering one-shot hits. Pokemon like Garchomp and Hydreigon could do the same. Sylveon can only learn about 6 Fairy-type moves that actually do damage. The only play rough being a physical attack, the rest being special. When Sylveon's got a speed stat like that, oftentimes it doesn't survive long enough to land any hits. So should we call it a Dragon Slayer? It can't even keep up with dragons? I'd say yes, because of the TCG. Sylveon cards slap. They almost always have. Even today, when it's classified as a psychic type, because the fairy cards don't exist anymore, it can and often does cause serious headaches for anyone running a dragon type deck. So here's my question. When are we gonna see a Sylveon and dragon type deck? Huh? The best of both worlds? No, really, it's an honest question. Compared to the rest of the evolutions, Sylveon stands out like a sore thumb. Using our logic from yesterday's video, because this is the only evolution that happens naturally, as long as they know a fairy type move and they have affection toward you, I argued that this could be the original evolution for Eevee, but over time, the others just became more popular. Hence why it appears in Legends Arceus, but not again until X and Y. But that kind of falls apart when you look at Eevee, and then you look at Sylveon, and they almost have nothing in common, except the forearms and the ears. So where does this look come from? Here's my theory. The majority of Sylveons are male, and yet they rock that fabulous look. Look no further, my friends, than the male peacock. So beautiful to look at, cemented a spot for itself in Greek mythology. Must be beautiful to attract a mate. The females, meanwhile, don't have to be pretty. The males have to impress them. I believe that is the case with Sylveon. Almost 90% of them are male because they're trying to collect a mate. The coloring, the eyes, the ribbon stands out so much because the more bright and colorful you are, the more likely you are to continue your family genealogy. Why are so many people so hostile towards Sylveon at all? I have a theory. Despite what you might think, being affectionate towards your Eevee is a lot easier than you might think. You don't even have to take very good care of your Eevee for it to evolve into a Sylveon. If it's got charm or baby doll eyes and you play catch with it twice, it will become a Sylveon before you can even reach for your Thunderstone. In some ways, it could be argued that Sylveon was the natural evolution of Eevee all along, until you consider how potent it is towards everything around it. Sylveons are master manipulators of emotion, particularly empathy. But when they come across something like a dragon type, which wears its emotion on its sleeve, usually anger, then Sylveons can just take them to town. There's always more to the story than just what we see. Imagine for a second you've got a shiny Eevee, or an Eevee that you've bred to have all the right Eevees and Ivies, and you want that competitive, oh no! Or worse, you're a kid that really likes Vaporeon or something, and then suddenly you have to go find another Eevee. I get it. I can't help but think that the majority of Sylveons out there are there by mistake. And while this is deplorable behavior, when you've got something that is so good at manipulating emotion and prone to doing so, I understand where the frustration comes from. But how ironic is it that posts just like this are manipulating emotion for quick views and clicks, just like how Sylveon manipulates emotion. Funny how that works, isn't it? It's the last day of Sylveon month! How do you feel? No, Ditto. No. What are you talking about? An entire month, man! An entire month of Sylveon crap! Just make one Sylveon video and we're done. All of this for Pokemon I don't even like! Professor, I am done! Professor, stop! I don't care if it's the last day. I am not making another video about that stupid pink and white fox! Professor, please, it's just right there!
Are you sure about that, boy?
Oh no.
Oh
Remember, Professor, you had one chance for your crimes. Your channel is void.
Ditto, what's going on? Where are we? Dr. Grant?